Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Play-by-Play with JJ, calling Phillies baseball. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic evening. Aaron Nola is going to be taking the mound tonight, and he'll be facing Brandon Pfaadt. He is going to be pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Not really too much for me to really talk about. I mean, last night the Phillies did really well, and they looked very dominant on the mound-wise, and were able to take care of business and beat the Arizona Diamondbacks by a score of 3-2. They got two big swings from Kyle Schwarber, including what was an RBI double, and also a solo home run. The solo homer came in the bottom of the seventh inning. Max Kepler also had a solo homer to give the Phillies the lead when they were tied 2-2 after Schwarber tied it up on his solo shot. And Phillies are trying to take the series tonight, and they're going to have to face Brandon Pfaadt on the mound. But before we get into things, just want to make sure I say hi to everybody that is on here. Appreciate you all for coming on. I am on the wrong schedule. There it is. Okay, now this makes more sense. Makes a lot more sense now. All right. Hello, everybody who is tuning on in. Larry's here. John's here. Starkey is here as well. Who else? We got David on here. David's always early. PJ, what's going on? Renaud Stevens, my guy. How are ya? Saw Renaud over on Max Coverage TV supporting his Yankees, of course. Shout out to Max Coverage TV. Shout out to all the great content creators that are out there, including a Starkey. Drop your link down below. You know what to do. All right. The Phillies are taking on the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks have had a very good season and are 17-15. They took their series against the New York Mets the last time that they played before last night, and the Phillies won the game one of this series. This is a Diamondbacks team who is pretty relentless. They do fight back, and this team is now 2.5 games behind the Giants. They're in a dogfight in the NL West, and they would like to increase their chances of getting a top seed in that Western division, NL West. So I expect that they're going to be going out today with a lot of fire, and Phillies are going to have to bring on their A game again tonight. Get Aaron Nola's first win of the season is my first key for tonight's game. This guy is 0-5. I know that he hasn't had the best stuff, but in the last outing specifically, thought that was a very good Aaron Nola performance. It obviously was his best one of the season. The four-seamer and every single one of his pitches were just catching every single part of the edges. This guy is a nibbler. I've been talking about it time and time again. You know, he's not going to get you a lot with velocity. He's going to get you a lot with just location. In regards to velocity, I mean just his speed. He's not going to get you with speed. He's going to get you with just location of his pitches. All right. What are your final score predictions? Let us know down below. I appreciate you all again for being on here. Man. I'm ready to get started. Corbin Carroll's going to be leading it off for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We'll get into starting lineups right now. It'll be Carroll, Marte, that's Ketel Marte, batting second. Pavin Smith, who did not start in last night's game, is going to be DHing tonight. And Josh Naylor is over at first base. He's batting in the cleanup spot. Eugenio Suarez over at third base, batting fifth. Gabriel Marino is doing the catching duties behind the plate. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is out in left field. He's batting seventh. Eighth will be Alec Thomas in center field. And Geraldo Perdomo is over at shortstop, and he will be batting in the 9 hole. So again, just to recap, it's Carroll, Marte, Smith, Naylor, Suarez, Marino, Gurriel Jr., Thomas, and Perdomo. And they're going to be facing Aaron Nola, who is going to be pitching in his 7th start of the season. 35 innings for Aaron and a 5.40 ERA. First pitch. It's inside for a ball, and we are underway. There we go. What are your final score predictions? Renault says 5-2 Phillies. Starkey says 6-2 Phillies. 1 ball, no strikes. And here's the pitch. And it's grounded foul. Brandon Marsh is back in the lineup tonight, folks. He was recalled from Lehigh Valley, and they optioned Cal Stevenson back to AAA. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nola did have a homer. Or sorry, not Nola. Marsh did have a homer in his last game out in Lehigh Valley. It's the 1-1 pitches up high for ball 2. He wasn't really giving you a lot of production down there. 2-1 pitch. That's fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Phillies are in their white and red pinstripes. The windup, and here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 3. On the defensive side of the diamond, the Phillies have Nola on the hill. JT's catching. Over at first base, it's Harper. At second base, it's Stott. Third baseman's Bohm, and the shortstop is Turner. In left field, it'll be Max Kepler. The center fielder's Brandon Marsh, and in right field, it's Nick Castellanos. And the 3-2 pitch, and it's just fouled off. There's McKay, who was the first base coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks. What's up, Sebastian? What's up, Calvin? What's up, Kamel? Says, news, Rangers back on the roster, but Jose Ruiz is going on the 15-day IL with neck spasms. 3-2 pitch, and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. 1 chair in the chat for Nola. Good movement on the fastball. That was a 2024 Nola pitch right there. So 1 away in the top of the first. 7 pitches in that at-bat alone. Now it's Ketel Marte hitting on the left side. He takes a 4-seamer at 94 on the outside corner for strike 1. Marte has his light purple sleeve that he wears on his right arm. Also has light blue batting gloves. They're like the color of the Dolphins. Teal. 1 ball, 1 strike. I couldn't think of the word. But yeah, teal. They're actually teal and purple and white. Didn't see the fingertips, but the fingertips are purple. 1-1 pitch. That's taken up high for ball 2. Marte returned from the injured list. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. 2-1 delivery. It's down and in for ball 3. I know, that'd be sick, Sebastian. That'd be sick, dude. On deck is Pavin Smith. 1 out. Nobody on. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nola comes set at the letters and fires, and the pitch is outside for ball 4. And Marte is rewarded with a walk. And Pavin Smith is coming on up. So Nola, last start against the Cubs, and with his knuckle curve 28% of the time and the four-seamer 24%. That mixed in the changeup, the sinker, and the cutter too. And he looked very dominant out there. It's too bad he wasn't rewarded the win. Pitch, that's high and away for a ball. So Pavin Smith in 29 games hitting .329. Also has 4 long balls and 9 runs that he's been able to reel in. 1-0 pitch. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. Already has 17 runs scored. And I say that because over the last 2 years, he had 26 in 60 to 69 games. The pitch, here it is. It's taken for a strike. We got a $5 super chat from Ronald. Shout out to JJ and the family. Love how you support other content creators. Love the show you put on for us as fans. I appreciate you, man. Pitch on the way. There's a line drive hit out towards left field. Kepler's there, makes the catch. Just had to shy towards his right side. And there's out number 2. I really appreciate you, dude. You didn't have to do that. That's so nice. Thank you, man. 2 outs. And we're still in the top of the first. You guys have any bets going on for this game? The pitch. It's in there for a strike. Yes, of course. Of course he's on Max Coverage TV. Yeah. Shout out to my guy. That's my boy. I love supporting them, man. I do. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch to Naylor. He fouls it off. I love supporting the other content creators because I think it's important to unite other fan bases, you know? I do. I feel that way. The ball is 2 strikes. And also, Max is just a very good guy. He is. Like, who doesn't like Max? 0-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. You bet people are going to get annoyed at Nola? Why? Because he nibbles? Yeah. I know why. Yeah. Stay off of Twitter. Stay off of Twitter because that's where the criticism comes. A lot of it. Salute. Salute to Max. Yes, sir. If you're tuning in over on the vertical stream, hello. If you're tuning in over on TikTok, hi. How are you guys? No balls, 2 strikes to Josh Naylor. Here's the 0-2 from Nola. High and away for a ball. Christian Walker is not with the Diamondbacks anymore. In case you all forgot, he's on the Astros. So they ended up going out there to trade for Josh Naylor. The Diamondbacks. 1-2 pitch on the way. On the inside corner for a called strike 3. That sinker looked like it was going to go inside, and then it just maneuvered towards the right, and it caught the inner third of the dish. And we are going to the bottom of the first inning. 2 strikeouts for Nola, just 1 walk allowed, and the Phillies are coming up to the plate. See those cheers for Nola, baby. Woo! go. All right, bottom of the first. Phillies lineup will look just like this. It'll be Bryson Stott batting in the leadoff spot. Then it's Trey Turner batting second, Bryce Harper third, Kyle Schwarber hitting, of course, in the cleanup spot, protecting Harper. Castellanos is out in right field. He'll be batting fifth. Max Kepler is batting sixth. Behind him will be JT Realmuto, who is catching behind the plate. Third baseman is Alec Bohm, and he will be batting eighth. And batting ninth, the caboose, is Brandon Marsh, who is back in the pinstripes and playing out in center field. So again, just to recap, Stott, Trey, Bryce, Schwarber, Casty, Kepler, JT, Bohm, and Marsh are all the 9 starters for the Phils. We got another $5 super chat from William. What's going on, man? I would love to get that confetti. That's really awesome. I know that Max has like confetti that he drops. I could play a firework. Should I play a firework? There we go. Kaboom! I think the Phillies bats are gonna come out tonight. I love the optimism, baby. Let's go. Let's go. BW, go support BW, folks. First pitch is in there for a strike. Brandon Pfaadt is pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the 0-1, the Stott is inside and low for a ball. Sup, JJ, have a good call. Come on by after if you get a chance. Yes, we will be having a redirect, folks. Absolutely. Shout out to BW. Shout out to Charm City Chat. 1-1, foul ball. So again, Stott, Turner, Harper, Schwarber, Castellanos, Kepler, Realmuto, Bohm, and Marsh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Stott. And he just fouls it off. The pitch was up high, but it was a protective swing. Pfaadt versus Stott. Yes, sir. The windup, and here's the pitch, and it's on the outside corner, painted perfectly on the edge for a called strike 3. I think it's going to be a pitching duel today, folks. I do. I think that it's going to be a battle between Pfaadt and Nola. I do. Pfaadt this year with a 5-1 record and a 2.78 ERA. The pitch to Trey Turner. Line drive, base hit out to right field. Trey Turner is cooking, folks. And Turner took a turn over at first, but he stays put over there. And Trey gets on base. Any word on Stott's hand? All good? Yep. He's fine. Yep. He's good. All right, Bryce is coming on up. Let's see the Bryce Harper emotes, baby. Let's go. I know he doesn't really deserve that chant right now, but you know what? I'm trying to get everybody riled up. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spice it up a little bit tonight. Sugar and spice make everything nice, folks. Harper is in the box. Those aren't my words. The pitch to Bryce, swing and a miss. Got a changeup. It was low. No worries, JJ. We still got a chance at a runner left on base. Love the optimism. All right. No balls, 1 strike. I get it. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's up high for a ball at 94 miles per hour. On the defensive side for the Snakes, those sizzling Snakes, it'll be Gabriel Marino catching, Brandon Pfaadt on the mound. We'll get to the infielders and outfielders in just a few moments after the pitch. Here it comes, swing and a miss, another changeup. I mean, if he just keeps throwing that, he might have success today against Bryce. Over at first base, Ketel Marte Second base, it's Ketel Marte. At first base, it's Josh Naylor. At Eugenio Suarez is at third. Toss bat to first is not in time. Geraldo Perdomo is at shortstop. The left fielder is Lawrence Gurriel Jr. Alec Thomas takes center. And in right, it's Corbin Carroll. Thanks so much for the 2 super chats, folks. I appreciate that. From William and, of course, our boy Ronald as well. 1-2 pitch. And another called. Strike 3 at 95 on the outside corner. And Harper stares at it and goes back to the dugout. Fought this season has thrown his four-seamer 31% of the time. He also has a changeup, a sinker, a sweeper, and a curveball. Batters are just hitting 200 against his four-seamer. His changeup has been really good. Pitch to Schwarber. There's a sinker that's outside for ball 1. Boom Buster base. That's cool with the 3 Bs. Toss bat to first, not in time. Kyle is in the batting box. 1-0 pitch way up high. And that caused Marino to get up into a standing position. Brandon is 26 years old. He's from Louisville, Kentucky. Anybody watching the Kentucky Derby tonight? 2 balls, no strikes. The next pitch is outside for ball 3. Schwarber is tied with Suarez in the National League with most homers. They each have 10. 3-0 pitch, and Schwarber gets a red light and takes a pitch that's in there for a called strike. Let's go, Kyle. Come on, baby. Let's go, Kyle. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Schwarber, and he fouls that one away. You know, I notice when I'm going into other chats, and I'm not throwing shots at anybody. I'm not. But our chat, it's funny. You know, I look at other people's chats. Our chat really is pesty. Or a pessimistic. Which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. 3-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And the pitch was outside. And Schwarber can't catch up to it. And we're going to the the top of the second. So Fott strikes out the side. Phillies just strand Trey over at first. And there's no score. I don't mean that as a bad thing. I really don't. But I think that we tend to, focus more on what we can get better at, and we're harder on our players. I think that when you go into like other people's chats, like other people over on YouTube, they're not like that. You know? When things are going really well, the chat gets behind you, for sure. But I think that when it comes to just the fan base, right? They're not going to support you unless you do something that is good enough to earn their trust. Philly fans are built differently. They are. Absolutely. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. I just think it's interesting because I'll go into BW's chat. I'll go into PAS's chat. I'll go on into Max's chat, or even CeeLo's, or other people, and you don't really find it as much. Which I think is actually, I think it's a good thing that we have that here. You know? I like it. I think it makes us unique. Sixers made me stop watching NBA, not gonna lie, says Peso. Hey, I don't blame you for not watching last year. I don't blame you at all. The content creators really took a struggle with it, but so did the team, obviously. I mean, you look at the fan attendance, obviously that went down. It's no disrespect at all. No, it's a good thing. It means that we're tougher. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Eugenio Suarez. And it's fouled away. I'll tell you this, the NBA playoffs have actually been really fun to watch, though. It's more, there have been a lot, there's been a lot of, I don't want to say animosity, but a lot of tension. And the games are close. There's a lot of physicality. It's not like it once was, but it's sort of building it back. I'm a fan of yours. I don't listen to other peeps' chat. I appreciate you for supporting us, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suarez, by the way, 5 for 21 against Nola. And here's the 1-2. It was a good try on the knuckle curve. Low and outside, but Suarez did not bite. Correct, Lou. We're getting it. 2-2 pitch, and it's wide for ball 3. Suarez just hitting a $186. That's it. But the power has continued the show. He had 4 homers against the Braves. That was last Saturday. 3-2 pitch. Line drive. Hit out towards center field, and Marshall's going to play it on the bounce. And Eugenio gets on with a leadoff single. It took a bounce in front of Marsh. Makes me wonder if you think that Rojas would have caught that. I don't think he got off to the best jump there. I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but just from first glance, that's what it looked like. Comes Gabriel Moreno, slaps the pitch foul. It's actually nice to watch the playoffs without worrying about the Sixers. I agree with that. I agree with you there. The ball is 1 strike. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, deals, gets the call as he paints the cutter on the outside corner in the eyes of Mike Buchlinski. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. JJ, have you been watching the NHL Stanley Cup? Yes, I have. Loved watching the LA Kings lose for another year. Put a big smile on my face, not gonna lie. 0-2. That's way up high for a ball, just as an NHL fan. I've been really trying to get more into it. I really have. I'm excited for Game 7 with the Jets and the Blues. I'm excited about that. 1-2 pitch. It's low and outside for a ball. Tonight I'm going to take the Avalanche. I just think that I think that the Avalanche are going to pull it out. McCarr might go off. I think Blackwood has a good night, too, in the net. Next pitch. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Colorado has 2 Game 7s. Wow. The payoff pitch from Nola, swinging a line drive out to right field for a base hit. It takes about 3 bounces in front of Castellanos, who fields it, gets the glove down low, throws it over to second base. Stopping at second will be Marino, or Suarez, that is. And so there's a back-to-back singles from Marino and Suarez. Absolutely, Lou. By the way, how was the bar last night? Lou was at the bar. Drinking some cold ones, he said. How was it? He then got off and he went to go socialize. Then I saw him come back on at the end. Just to provide the fireworks in the chat. Toronto finally won a series. Blues do have the momentum. Pitch and it's outside for a ball. Now the LA Kings are my team. Are they really? You guys must be going through a lot. How you feeling? Got 2 Game 7s tonight and 2 tomorrow. It's awesome. The ball is 1 strike. Nola kicks, delivers. It's low and outside for a ball. Max Coverage TV! What's up, buddy? How are you? My guy. Oh, shout out to Max Coverage TV. 1 ball, 1 strike. For all your Yankees and Packers needs. That's my guy. He's also a Rockets fan, too. I'm sure that he's going to be stressing a lot tomorrow. 1-2 is the count as Gurriel fouls off the next pitch. Love you, buddy. Great food and drinks. It was fun. The McNeminan's Tavern. I know where that is. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 3 strikeouts, 3 chairs for Nola, baby. Sit him down. And Alec Thomas is coming on up to the plate. Shout out to Max Coverage TV. Always more than welcome to drop that link down below, my friend. We love you. Yes, sir. Pitch on the way. It's taken for a ball. To Thomas, heading over on the left side, white and red batting gloves. As he waves the bat. And the 1-0 pitch, here it is. Line drive, played on the bounce by Stott. The throw to second for 1. The throw to first, 2. A double play. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Aaron Nola comes through, gives up 2 singles in a row, and gets out of the inning without a scratch. We're going to the bottom of the second, folks. No score. That was hit sharply just over to Stott. He made a little backhanded throw over to Trey Turner. Well, it's good. Game 7, bro. We're showing heart. We're showing heart, he says. Ring him up. Hardcore says, I'm amazed. JJ, you a Panthers or Leafs fan for games 1? For game 1 for round 2. I mean, I have to support the Florida Panthers because of Bob. Kind of have to. And then in regards to the Leafs, yeah, I'm gonna go with Bob, even though I do like Austin Matthews. But yeah, gotta go with Bob. Good evening, everyone, says Ray. Ray is here. What's up, Ray? How are you? We have 137 people tuning on in. If you are coming on in, kick your feet up, sit back, relax. But as you come on in and take your shoes off, hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. My house, of course, is your house, but just show courtesy to the guy hosting. That's all I have to say. That's it. That's it. Those are my 2 rules. My 2 rules. Keep it clean. Don't be, well, yeah. Don't break any rules is rule number 1. And hit the like button, man. The pollen is getting to me. Don't talk about that to me, man. It has been hurting me a lot. Why do you think sometimes I've been shying away from the camera or I take a step off? Because none of y'all want to see me blow my nose. That doesn't look good. The pitch is in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch. It's low and outside for a ball. Fott is pitching for the 2nd inning. Threw 16 pitches in the first. The 1-1 delivery. That's off the plate. Let's go, baby. Charge! 2-1 to Casties. Swing and a miss. First base is wide open. So is up the middle. Third baseman's playing over towards the line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch from Fott. And Castellanos thought about chasing, but decided not to. It was about 2 feet off the plate. And the payoff to Casty. There's a line drive base hit into center field. And getting over to it is Thomas as he plays it on a couple of bounces. And Nick Castellanos gets on with a leadoff single. And Max Kepler's coming on up. Rally time for Philadelphia. Charge! Pitch to Kepler, fly ball hit out over to deep right field. It's carrying, it's gone! 2-0 Philadelphia! Max Kepler lines a laser out to right field, and Philadelphia is on the board. What a swing. He is on fire, baby. Here comes JT to the plate. There's the fly ball hit out towards right field. That's going to hit off the top of the wall. And JT rounding first. He goes over to second and gets in with a stand-up double. It's getting loud at Citizens Bank Park, and Philadelphia making some noise. Let's go. Two pitches right down the middle. Let's go. Max, great first name, says Max Coverage TV. Wow. What a swing. 2 good swings by Philadelphia. 2-0 Phillies. JT's over at second, and Bohm is coming up. And we have a timeout called on the mound really quickly. Max, great first name. Let's go, baby. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. Let's go. JJ is hungry. Give him some subs and thumbs. That's right. I love that. I love that. Bohm's average is at 217. First pitch to Alec. And he went around. The pitch was outside. Come on, Alec. You're better than that. You're better than that. Come on. On deck is Brandon Marsh. Phillies need a triple to complete the cycle in this inning. Casty singled. Kepler homered. JT just doubled. And Bohm has to get on with a triple. Come on, you got to start the trend. Next pitch, it's taken for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alec Bohm. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. Fott looks back at second, now back to the plate, and here's the 1-1. And it's sliced foul again. Yes, Sebastian, that is him. That is him. You're the same channel I did so many super chats to. Yeah, that's him. It's my guy. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Another big crowd at Citizens Bank Park. Lots of excitement so far. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Line drive, base hit into center field past the dive of the second baseman. JT goes over to third, and the Phillies have runners at the corners. Hitting is contagious, baby! Brandon Marsh is due up at the plate. Let's go. Marte could not make the catch. It just got by him. And Alec gets on. Charge! Runners at the corners. And the pitch to Brandon Marsh. Check swing. Did he go? They say yes, he did over at third base. Brandon in 17 games hitting under 100. You heard that correct. 0-1 pitch. It's down for a ball. Jinx Larry. Give me a shot. JJ, you're the freaking man. No, you are the man, dude. And in this town, Chase Utley is the man. But no, I appreciate you. I do. Runners at the corners, 2-0 Philadelphia. And the 1-1 to Marsh. Foul ball. Where are y'all tapping in from? Let us know down below. 2-0 Phils. Bottom of the second. Still nobody out, by the way. JT's over at third. Bohm's at first. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-2 to Brandon Marsh. There's a ground ball. Base hit down the right field line. That's going towards the corner. JT's going to score. Bohm's going over to third. He'll test the arm. He actually stays put over at third. And Brandon Marsh is over at second, and he gets on with an RBI double. Welcome back, Brandon Marsh. Let's go. Nice swing, too, by the way. And there's still nobody out. Here comes Stott, the first pitch, swing, and a foul ball. Pitch was a little bit inside. Get that groove back, baby. Love that. No balls, 1 strike. We got 2 runners in scoring position. Fott looks back at second base. And over at third, now back to the plate. Here's the 0-1, and it's fouled away. Midnight Mickey says, JJ is like the hybrid of Broads and Harry Callis. Dude, I'd say that makes him one of the men. Thank you. That's high praise. That's high praise, man. I'm just me, but thank you. Don't make me cry. That's not what you're supposed to do. Here's the 0-2 to Stott. Swing and a miss. He got a high fastball and just fouled it into the glove of Marino. And Fott gets his fourth strikeout of the day. Everyone are the freaking man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That's high praise. Here comes Trey Turner in the pitch. He chops it foul. Stott, by the way, now that we've been giving him a lot more praise for being in the leadoff spot and doing better, but he is 0 for his last 6. Just wanted to point that out there. 3-0 Phillies. A sac fly can give them another run. 0-1, swing and a miss. Calls a mean basketball game, too. Thank you, man. You guys are too nice. What can I say? Winning puts me in a good mood this midnight, Mickey. It puts us all in a good mood, for sure. 0-2 pitch. It's outside and low for a ball. A little Tommy Mack in him. I'm speechless. Next pitch to Trey, and he takes it in the dirt. It was a changeup at 90. Didn't have a lot of bite to it, though. Trey has been getting on base a lot more. He's starting to hit better. The 2-2 to Trey. And he checks his swing. He went around, though, for sure. And there's back-to-back strikeouts for Brandon Pfaadt. Tell you that changeup actually had really good movement to it. Doesn't excuse Trey Turner for missing at that pitch, because why would you guess there? Now it's Bryce Harper who's coming up. Drive in these runs. First pitch to Bryce, and he takes a sweeper that was at the kneecaps for a strike. The Derby's at 7:30, baby. The ball is 1 strike to Bryce. Here's the 0-1 to Harper. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. It's caught, though, by Carroll. Hit sharply just right on Adam. But the Phillies do tack on 3 runs. They get a 2-run jack from Max Kepler and an RBI double from Brandon Marsh. And they lead the game 3-0. And we're going to the 3rd inning. Phillies send 8 men up to the plate. He actually hit that thing really hard. All right, top of the 3rd. Top of the 3rd, Perdomo, Carroll, and Marte all due up in the batting order. Nope, it said 6:57. Oh, yes, I forgot. Did I say 7:30? Sorry, meant to say 7. Yeah, 6:57. You're right. You are right. All right. 177 people tuning on in. Again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Come on into the door. Make yourself at home. My house is your house. But all I ask is just to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icons. Tomorrow, we got an afternoon game at 2 o'clock. Don't know why it's a 2 o'clock game. I'm used to the 1:35s when we're home. But we got a 2 o'clock game that actually kind of works out better for me, because I got a busy morning tomorrow. But yeah, Inspire's here. Inspire, you feeling inspired today with these 3 runs so far? I'm saying. How you feeling, dude? Now JJ can take a breath. Not really. But yeah, I feel good that we have the lead. It's nice. Pull up some salt pretzels and get your popcorn ready. Philly salt pretzels, yes. Somebody told me the other day that Philly salt pretzels are overrated. I'm like, no, they're not. Soft pretzels. Did I say salt pretzels? Soft pretzels. Here's Perdomo. And the pitch that he takes is on the outside corner for a strike. Bryce has how many runs batted in 32 games? Anybody know? Oh, yeah, I'll tell you. 14, says DMV. He needs a license, DMV. He needs a license to get those runs. Terrible dad joke, but that's okay. The ball is one strike. And the pitch, it's a knuckle curve that's low for a ball. JJ, did Daniel Schneemann hit 2 home runs, including a grand slam, to give the Guardians the win against the Jays today? I don't know. That I don't know. 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch from Nola. Swinging a foul ball was a cutter. Salt pretzels are the bomb. Thank you. 16 is okay. 1 every other game. Nope. 1-2 pitch. That's inside. Way inside for a ball. Are you a dad? Exclamation point. Wasn't even a question. Just calling me straight up dad. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nola kicks, delivers the pitch. It's grounded over towards the right side, backhanded by Stott. The throw to first, and Perdomo is OUT out. Never say that again. Wanted to try it. Wanted to stick that at the wall, see if it would stick. It did not, but that's okay. I think I made that a little bit more cringier than it had to be. How did the Phillies score? How did they score? They put up 3 runs in the bottom of the second. They had a 2-run homer from Max Kepler and an RBI double from Brandon Marsh. With your dad jokes. Yes, it is starting to rain. It is starting to rain. Just wanted to let you guys know. Fans are getting up from their seats. The ball is 1 strike to Corbin Carroll. And here's the 0-1, swing and a miss. They did say that showers were in the forecast for tonight. Fans are filing in to get shelter. 0-2 pitch. It's inside and low for a ball. Rain has started to come down. Rain may interrupt many things tonight, says Hardcore. That's fine. Because guess what? We'll still have people tuning on in, and the show goes on. 1-2. That's taken inside for ball 2. It's nice that Marsh is back. Time is the NBA playoff game? Maybe we'll do that. Time is that 8? 2-2 pitch to Corbin Carroll. Swing and a foul ball. Sebastian says rain delay? Not yet. We're good. There's one mom who's putting one of those garbage bags on top of her kid, and he has it all on his full body. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Corbin Carroll. And Aaron Nola making it rain on the mound with the strikeouts. Okay. Oh, I think you just broke the bag. The kid was trying to get on into the bag. The mom's helping him put the bag on, and he broke it. I mean, they're not really meant to stay together, but still, he just tore it up. Mom's like, really? Come on. 1 ball, no strikes to Ketel Marte. There's the 1-0. That's outside, but it's a called strike. Nola gets set at the letters, kicks, fires, and it's low for ball 2. The 2-1 to Marte. Foul ball, and Marte slipped a little bit. Lost his footing. When you go to the game, are you the type of person that, even when it does rain, sticks it out? And I mean by that, like, just staying over there, or do you seek for shelter? Two outs, base is empty, and the 2-2 delivery from Nola. Swing and a miss! Aaron Nola in cruise control so far. And another strikeout, and he has been so dominant on the mound in these first 3 innings. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Okay. Wow. Good pitching so far. Again, hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well if you have not done so already. You guys are out of your mind if you have not done that. But we are going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. John says it depends. I don't leave early, but I don't sit out in the rain either. That's no fun. See, that to me is part of the experience. I'm kidding. Says the person that actually does that. Yes, I do understand. Next time I do go to a game, though, I mean, unless I'm wearing like really, really good clothes, I would sit out there in the rain. Mama didn't raise no sponge. Hard horses find a bar to go watch it. Yeah, you know what I do sometimes? This is how old-fashioned I am. Sometimes I'll go out at night. I haven't really done this in a bit of time, but I'll honestly just go out and I'll pull up to Chickies and Pete's or to Ott's or something, and I'll just sit in my car and just watch the TV there, whatever sporting event is on. I did that for March Madness, and it's just nice, because you get to get out of the house, kick your feet up, and it's like going to a drive-in movie theater. It's cool. It's nice. I stuck it out in a rain game and caught 2 foul balls because no one else was around us. See, that's the spirit, Seema. And you deserved those foul balls. You did. You absolutely deserved that. It is starting to pour out at Citizens Bank Park. You are the man for doing that. You are. And you got what you deserved. Here's Kyle Schwarber as he comes on up to the plate. Bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch to Kyle, it's down for a ball. What time is the Derby? It's tomorrow. Just kidding. It's in like one. It's now. 1-0 pitch. It's down for ball 2. Two 2-0 to Schwarber. Takes a sinker right down the middle at 93. Two 1 pitch, and that's fouled away. That person's struggling to try to get the bag on. She's like shaking it. 2-2. It's outside for ball 3. You just gotta put your hands through. There you go. All right, now she's trying to get it over her head. Can she get it? I believe in her. I think she's going to do it. 3-2, and that hits Kyle Schwarber. He's going on over to first base. Okay, so did she get it on? Come on, we got to follow through with this. We got to see if she was able to get the full thing on her. I think she did. It was just getting the left arm in there. That was tricky. Just getting that left arm in there, and I think she finally got it. So Schwarber's over at first. Here comes Castellanos, and the pitch to Nick Castellanos, and he skies this one out over to left field. It's carrying. It's just warning track power, though, as Gurriel Jr. makes the catch. There's one away. They do have these things called umbrellas, but I don't think you're allowed to bring in umbrellas to the stadium. That's what it was. Schwarber was getting ready to tag up. Just, he wasn't actually going to go, but he thought about it, and he smiled. Pitch to Kepler, and it's taken on the outside corner for a strike. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to bring umbrellas to the ballpark or inside the stadium. I could be wrong, but I know that security has become more tough. Like, I couldn't bring in one of the keys that I had attached to, like, my car key, because it could be technically used as a weapon. 1-1 pitch. That's taken low for ball 2. Two and 1 to Max Kepler. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive hit out to center field that's going to drop in for a single. And stopping at second base is Schwarber. And Max Kepler gets on base. Let's go. All right, Max Kepler's heating up. He is. He's hot. Okay? Max Kepler is on fire right now. I'll tell you that. Let's see those fuegos in the chat as JT Realmuto is coming on up. Let's go! We're only in the bottom of the third. JT doubled and scored a run. One out and 2 runners on base. JT in the batter's box. The pitch to JT, it's down for a ball. Let's go. Charge! 1 ball, no strikes. Fought on the mound. Looks back at second. Now back to the plate. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. At 93 miles per hour, the pitch was inside. Tell you what, that girl's cute. She is cute. Damn. I can't lie. The 1-1 to JT. Fly ball hit out over to deep left field. That's going back to the track. And the Phillies get a 3-run homer by JT. JT Realmuto wants to join in on the party as he makes it rain. The fightins have broke loose. Here comes Alec Bohm, and he takes the pitch inside for a ball. 6-0 Philadelphia, and we're only in the bottom of the third. Phillies are dealing with an illness called hitting. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that fan is happy that he sucked this one up and caught that ball from JT. Rightfully so. A 1-1 pitch to Bohm. And Fott misses inside. Phillies, I guess, like playing in the rain. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Bohm is a 4-seamer that catches the outer third of the dish. DMV says, caught a homer. Yes, sir. I don't know if it had enough oomph, but it did. 2-2 pitch to Bohm, and he fouls this one away as it goes into the third deck over by the first base area. Stop lying to us, JJ. Umpire gets a towel from the bat boy to clean up home plates. Are the wind starting to pick up too? What happened to that cute girl? I want to see her again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is outside for ball 3. She was cute. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Bohm. He flies this one out over towards shallow right field. Marte says, I got it, I got it, I got it. Backpedals just about 3 more steps and makes the grab for the second out of the inning. There's a kid who has a fake beard, and it's cute. He's in a Philly Connector uniform, acting like he's Brandon Marsh. Pitch to Brandon. It's a foul ball. JJ's flirting. Dude, she's cute. She was cute. Maybe she went back to go find some shelter. She was cute, though. 0-1 pitch. That's outside. We need to get JJ that chick's number by the looks of it. She might be with somebody, though. 1-1, foul ball. I did see on Tinder the other day that there was this girl who wanted to go to the ballpark as like a first date. Did she match with me? No. She was kind of cute too. One ball, 2 strikes. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Haven't really been too active on the dating apps. But every once in a while, you get on. The 1-2 pitch to Brandon Marsh. Here it is. There's a line drive off the glove of Fott, and it's going to be deflected over to Ketel Marte. It just took a weird bounce, and Marte throws it over to first, and we're going to the top of the 4th. Phillies have scored half of their runs in this third inning on a 3-run blast by JT Realmuto. 6-0. Tell her I own CBP. Show match. Well, you can't just message her. She has to swipe right on you. That's the whole point about using the dating apps. I mean, you can message the person, but she still has to swipe right on you before she sees the message. this rate, who cares? You're more than halfway there to bliss, bro. Just go after it. Yes, sir. Thanks, dude. Oh, by the way, our good friend Joe is at the ballpark. Oh, wait. Oh, man, he was at the ballpark. They took a picture. Oh, man, just before the game started, my wife got sick, and I called an ambulance just to make sure she's going to be okay. She seems okay, but better safe than sorry. Maybe see you when you are on later, man. Love you. Go Phils. Man, dude, prayers. Prayers to Joe. What? I was literally just going to talk about how he was at the game. Damn. Ugh, come on. We are sending prayers. Prayers to you. To her. Damn. That stinks. Prayers up, yeah. He was in, what did he say? He was in section 117? Or was it 114? Section 111, row 27. All right. Whoever just subs, thank you. Aaron Nola's going back out there to pitch the top of the fourth. 3 innings, 5 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, and 1 walk for Aaron Nola. Sending thoughts and positive energy to your buddy, my dude. Well, yeah. This is one of our freaks, one of our Philly freaks. He texted on into the hotline. He was like, "Yo, I'm going to the game today with my wife." You guys are more than welcome to text the JJ hotline anytime for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles stuff. 610-314-0844 is the JJ hotline. Prayers. You guys are so sweet. Some fans are filing back to their seats. Okay. But where's she at? I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about her. Ay, ay, ay. Here comes Aaron Nola, and the pitch is outside and low for a ball. I like all types, man. I do. I like all types. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. There's a strike. She's on TV now, Yassine. Well, she was. And then she wasn't. JJ likes the humans. That's very descriptive. Yeah. 1-1. Foul ball. Pavin Smith is in the batting box. He's 0 for 1 today. He lined out in the first. His average is at 325. 1-2 pitch from Aaron Nola. Here it comes, and it misses a low one inside for ball 2. It'd be really nice for Nola to try to get his first win today. That's what we're all hoping for. 59 pitches for Aaron. Here's the 2-2 delivery from Nola as he kicks and fires. Doesn't get the call there. It was a little bit low. I saw that, Ryan. That's crazy. Is that what they call it now? Telco. 3-2 pitch and a cold strike 3 at the knees. Aaron Nola with just the location of his pitches on these strike threes. It can't get any better than this. Ugh. And if this is too graphic, I'll restrain from any negative thoughts. Dude, that was crazy. I saw that. Here comes Josh Naylor, and he pulls that one foul. 6 chairs in the chat for Nola. Ring him up, baby. That is 3 strikeouts in a row. The ball is 1 strike. Aaron gets set at the letters, winds up and fires, and that one's pulled over towards the right side. Stott plays it on the ground, gobbles it up, throws it over to first, and it's in time for the second out of the inning. Two outs. We're in the top of the 4th. And the pitch is way outside for a ball. Nola kicks and deals. There's a changeup that's low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 37 strikes from Nola, 28 balls. And the 2-0 delivery, the Suarez swing and a miss. He got a knuckle curve that was nothing but trouble. It was down and away. That's Eugenio Suarez, who's the 3rd baseman for the Diamondbacks. Nola winds up and fires. It's high for ball 3. Nationals and Reds did just get started. The Nationals were in a rain delay. They were also in a rain delay yesterday, too. 2-0 is the score for Washington. So they're in the bottom of the 1st. 3-1 pitch. And a sinker that was located at the kneecaps for strike 2. Red Sox and Twins are on FS1. It's 4-1 Minnesota out at Fenway Park in the bottom of the 7th. Noel looking to try to get out of the inning. Can he get a 7 strikeout? Here's the 3-2 pitch. Line drive it out towards center field, and Marsh can't make the catch. It actually bounced off of his glove. He tried to dive, or slide, I should say. It bounced off his glove. It kicked away from him, but thank goodness it wasn't too far away from him because Suarez would have gotten on with a double. Didn't even have the glove open. It actually bounced off of his knee. I thought it bounced off his glove first, but it bounced off his knee. So it's a single. And Marino is up. And he takes a 4-seamer for strike 1. Yum buck. I've never heard anybody call me that before. What's up, dude? How are you? Philly boys here. What's going on, man? The ball is 1 strike. The windup and the delivery. Foul ball. How many innings do they need to call a game with rain coming in, JJ? 5. Oh, and 2 is the count. The rain has settled down, by the way. 0-2 pitch off the plate. Hanging in there, brother. Hope all is well. Appreciate you for coming on by. Shout out to you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, and the pitch to Marino. Fly ball, foul ball towards the right side, and out of play it goes. Shima says 5, I believe. I should do a Philly sports trivia test. See how badly I fail at my history. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 7 chairs for Aaron Nola. And we're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. He just keeps getting better and better and better as the outing goes. He's a lawnmower. When a weed comes in his way, he just mows him down and strikes him out. Let's go. 7 chairs. That's great. Love it. We got 211 people on here watching. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, baby. Let's go, chat. Let's go! Let's go, baby. All right, let's get some more runs. I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry. And I could use another run, man. I could use more runs. All right? Eat them up like Pac-Man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 8 hits, by the way, for Philadelphia. 6 runs scored. They have done a very good job with runners on base. It's like a different team. This is their best hitting performance that they've shown in a while. Kepler, Realmuto, and Castellanos today have gone 5 for 6 at the plate. Can I introduce you in that on the menu? Phillies are also 3 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Here comes Bryson Stott to the plate. Fott comes set, winds up, delivers, and catches the outer third of the zone for strike 1 at the letters. Bryson 0 for 2. His average, which was at 295 just 4 nights ago, has gone down to 270. Here's the 0-1. It's a changeup that misses in the dirt. It's lit, baby. Yes, it is. It is lit. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch was down. And Stott gets a piece of it. Phillies again in their white and red pinstripes. I love the classic pinstripes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Stott. It's outside and low for a ball. I'll tell you what, I hate to be this guy, but I know that we have some Yankees fans on here. The white and blue pinstripes, they give me nightmares. 2-2 pitch. There's a bouncer. It's it over to third base. Suarez has it. Throws it over to first. And it's in time for the first out of the inning. Those pinstripes are class. They are. I would really love Philadelphia to get to that point. But those pinstripes, man. Here comes Trey Turner. 1 out. And the pitch to Trey takes it way inside. Rob has his water bottle. Have to stay hydrated out there, Rob. 1-0 pitch. It's taken way outside and low for ball 2. My Rays beat the Yanks 3-2. Since when are you a Rays fan now? You were a Magic fan. 2-0 pitch. And that's taken for a strike. I knew that you're a Bucks fan. But you go 4 for 4 on us with the Lightning and with the Rays too, really? Anyone angry with Nolan now? Yes, I am. 2-1 pitch, and it's off the plate for ball 3. I'm mad because he's doing so good. And I'm facing him in fantasy. Just kidding, I'm not. Joe would know because Joe has him on his team. 3-1 to Trey. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. It goes towards the Nemours Children's sign. Turner goes over to second base. Trey Turner cooking. Gets on with an opposite field double, and Bryce Harper coming on up to the plate. Turner is heating up. That's it, Trey. Let's go, Bryce. Harper yanked one out to right field, but it was just right at Corbin Carroll. The pitch to Harper, ground ball hit over to third base. Suarez has it, throws it over to first. And Turner does go on over to third. It is a ground out, though. Nola's going to be so P.O. when he finds out that Brian Pumper isn't even in the chat tonight. He hasn't been in the chat in like a week. He hasn't been in the chat in like a week. I've just been a Rays fan since I moved up here to Spring Hill. Well, same with the Bucks. Well, but Philly is in my heart and in my soul. They're going to intentionally walk Kyle Schwarber. Uh-oh. And Nick Castellanos is coming up. Come on. They don't want to face Kyle. Don't want to face Kyle. And Castellanos is in the box. Nick beat you. The pitch. And he traps a foul over towards the third base dugout. Nick is 1 for 2. He singled in the second. Also scored a run on the RBI double. Actually, it was on the 2-run homer by Max Kepler. The pitch, here it comes, swinging a miss. Knew that they were going to walk Schwarber. Had a gut feeling. 80 pitches for Brandon Pfaadt. And here's the 0-2 to Castellanos. Line drive, played on the bounce, though, by the third baseman Suarez. The throw over to first, it's high, and Casty's safe. Turner comes in to score. It's 7-0 Philadelphia. That was a bullet hit over to third, and Suarez had time to throw it, but it was just high. Karma. Ringing that bell. Here comes Max Kepler to the plate. The inning continues. It's an E5. The pitch to Max, and he just gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Hope I pressed the wrong button. He pulled a tray. Karma. Kepler 2 for 2 with a single, 2 runs scored, and a homer. And 2 RBI as well. The ball is 1 strike to Max. The pitch. It's upstairs for a ball. You know, I would think about moving Kepler up in the order. Maybe I'm going too far. Our left-handed hitters, besides Bryce, have been really good. 1-1 to Max. And it's outside for ball 2. Schwarber's hitting the ball better. Kepler's hot. Two one to Max. It's a little bit low, but it's a called strike. This game will be a great highlight reel so far. I was thinking that earlier, but there's too many lefties. Stop. Yep. You're right. You're right. Schwarber is at second. Fat checks on him, and here's the 2-2 on the way. Swinging a miss. It was a curveball in the dirt. And the inning is over. The Phillies do get another run, though, thanks to an error from Eugenio Suarez. We're going to the 5th. 7-0 Phils. Okay. All right. It's time now for On This Day in Phillies history. And Daniel Schneemann, that is correct. He did hit the grand slam. With Daniel Schneemann and Kyle Stowers, according to Sarah Langs, this is the first day in at least the expansion era where multiple players had multi-homer games, each including a go-ahead grand slam in the 9th inning or later. That's crazy. And that was against Mason Miller, too. The one that Stowers had. Kepler's hot. JJ's girls is in the stands. Hot. You're funny. You're funny, Michael. All right. On this day in Phillies history. It happened on this day. Today is May 3rd. Mike Schmidt hit a homer off of Rick Sutcliffe from Los Angeles, starting a streak during which he hit the next 7 round trippers for the Phillies. In 1994, Andy Carter, in his Major League debut, hit 2 of the first 3 batters he faced and got ejected. And then in 2016, on May 3rd, Howard's solo homer accounts for the only run in a 1-0 win over the Cardinals. He did the same thing earlier in the year, making him the first Philly to accomplish this feat twice in one season. So, no rain as of now. That could still change. There are still some dark clouds in the sky. Top of the 5th, and Gurriel Jr. takes the first pitch that he sees off the plate at 92 on the gun. Howard Eskin, Ryan Howard. 1-0 pitch, foul ball. Howard Eskin. I was listening to Spike on the afternoon show yesterday. One ball, 1 strike. Nola has another 2 innings in them. 1-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. $214 people watching. Let's get to 214 likes, baby. The count is 1-2. We have reached the halfway mark. We're at 101. Let's go. One-two pitch. That's high for a ball. Hey, y'all, thanks for having me and good evening. But not to be funny, is that pitcher pronounced as fired? As fat? I go by fat. That's what I saw in the pronunciation guide. 2-2 pitch, ground ball hit over towards first base. Harper has it. And an underhanded throw over to first is in time. I've heard other people say, here on YouTube, I've heard other people say fat, but I saw in the pronunciation guide that it's fat. How's my friend? He's not my friend's wife. He's just one of our viewers. His name is Joe Schmuck. He's one of our viewers on here. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. But obviously prayers to Joe. It's weird. What's on his hat? The pitch. It's down for a ball. Don't be dirty. You're insane. Come on. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I got you. Well, Statler, on the other hand. 1-0 pitch. They're just swinging a miss. Not gonna lie, that the hat itself looks cool. It's a Philly Fanatic upside down in like in like one of those like bobblehead cones, and they have ice cream on it. That's a pretty cool hat on Croc. I like it. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Foul ball. Hope all goes well. ER visits are not that fun. Yeah, I know. I'm sure that it'll show up on chat tonight, but yeah. Prayers. Met him. He's a really nice guy. His wife is so nice, too. Was this score in anybody's bingo cards? 7-0? Phils? 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off of the mask of JT. Oof. You're a catcher and you have to take a hard hit off the mask. It's gotta hurt. That hat rocks. Yeah, it's a Philly Fanatic in... as like the helmet holding the ice cream. That's pretty cool. 1-2 pitch, and that's poked out towards left center field. And Marsh is going to try to cut it off. Kepler actually beats him over to the punch. Throws it over to second, and the throw is not in time. Now Thomas gets on with an opposite field double. That is the first extra base hit allowed today by Aaron Nola. Kepler made a really nice throw, but he got to the ball a little bit late. I can't believe Marsh actually lost that race just to get over to the ball. Here's Geraldo Perdomo, batting on the left side. He's a switch hitter. Takes the first pitch high, and he tried to dodge out of the way of it, and yet the umpire called it a strike. He tried to get out of the way. It's like imagine if it was in there for a strike, as he calls for time very late. Nola did throw the pitch, but it's not going to count. It's like watching flops in the NBA, where a player thinks that they get fouled. Perdomo was in the box thinking that the pitch was going to hit him, and it actually was, but I've seen it happen sometimes, like where a batter dodges out of the way, And again, getting hit by a baseball is different than getting fouled, but it just kind of reminds you of that. 0-1 pitch. That's on the upper third of the zone for a strike. Daniel Barry Sports. I apologize about your Lakers, but I appreciate you for coming on here, man. O's are in a delay? Huh. The ball is 2 strikes. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Here's the 0-2, and it's on the outside corner for a called strike 3. Send him down 8 batters, baby. Eight fingers. That's how many strikeouts Aaron Nola has. 8. The pitch. Here it comes. That's in there for a strike. Corbin Carroll has been a strikeout victim. Has actually struck out twice. 2 outs. 0-1 is the count. It is great. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Aaron Nola, baby. Let's go. Time called. And Aaron Nola's going to have a conversation with JT. And it seems like Nola's having an issue with his PitchCom device. He did give us the finger. I did. You know what bugs me? In the NBA, like when a player hits a 3, like Jalen Brunson, towards the end of the game, he'll be like, you know, like he'll count it. I'm like, dude, okay, it's okay. You don't have to count. Like, we know you just hit a 3. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Carroll, it hits him right square on the knee. Oh, that's got to leave a mark. Hit him on the back knee, too. It was the left one. It wasn't the right. He's a left-handed hitter. Got him square in the cap. And Corbin is going to try to run it out. He is over at first base. The trainer was out there for a sec. And he's leading off over at first. Two runners on, 2 outs. And here's Ketel Marte hitting on the left side. And takes the first pitch high. Now that pitch was high, but the one that was delivered to Geraldo Perdomo was not high. Through 3-3 step. What's up? 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 92 pitches for Nola. This will probably, I assume, be his last batter. He stares back at second. And back to home. And the 1-1 is a foul ball again. 220 people tuning on in. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. And make sure that you turn on those bell icons, folks. That thing was scorched out to the third deck over towards the first base side. Marte takes a timeout, steps out of the batter's box, wants to readjust his batting gloves, do a couple practice swings, and gets his stance back up, and he'll call for time again. Did you just call for time twice? Never seen that happen in that bat in a while. You're scared. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this time's going to be called from Aaron Nola. And something, again, is wrong with the pitch comm device. And he says, I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, do it live. He gets another piece of a pitch comm device. He's like, I can't do it. I can't. So he gets a new pitch comm device. And the guy's like, come on, man. You've been putting me to work. I have to get you another pitch comm device? And he gives him the thumbs up. Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2 pitch misses inside for a ball. We'll do it live. Dude, you don't, like, I'm sorry, like, we don't, do we even need the pitch comm devices? I would actually like to be educated. Because it's supposed to help you communicate. 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive played on a bounce by Trey Turner. He was perfectly shifted up the middle. Took a bounce, threw it over to first from one knee, and it's in time for out number 3. Aaron Nola gets a standing ovation from Phillies Nation, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-0 Phils. Got to go back to fingers. 3 means nasty curve, says Midnight Mickey. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't understand. It's supposed to make things easier, but yet it just seems like every game, and it's not just for the Phillies, it's for other teams too, that they just have these problems. I do not recognize this team, honestly, says Hardcore. Joseph! What's up, Joseph? How are you? It's effort that matters. Grind and give it everything you got. We'll back you if you do that. Showboat and a quitter when it gets tough equals NFL not for long. We will support you if you guys give us something to cheer about. And if you don't, we will boo you. If you want to crown them, crown them. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. Emotional damage. I can't do it. I thought that was like the perfect way to do it. Because Nola called for time a couple of times. I thought that Marte called for time the second time. Marte called for time first. And then he got back in the box. There were 3 seconds left. And then Nola was the one who called for time. And then when the pitch clock went back down to 2, he was like, I can't do it. He shakes his head. So I was like, I can't do it. JJ, has there ever been an immaculate inning in the postseason? I'm sure that there has. Here's JT, and the first pitch that he sees, he fouls it back towards the screen. I'm sure he has. It's a simple game. Why do they try so hard to complicate things? Well, that's easier said than done. Sometimes I complicate things, even in my profession. But with the way that they do it all the time, you make a valid point. I'm not saying that your point's not valid. Just had to think about it for a second. 0-2 is the count to JT. Here's the pitch to JT. It's a foul ball. That second pitch, by the way, was not a ball, or was not a strike. It should have been called a ball. Playoffs? We're talking about the playoffs? 0-2 to JT. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. That's going back towards the track, and Carroll's there to make the catch. He had to turn around For a second, he caught it, got the glove on it, put it right by his hat, and was able to catch it, and then the wall was right behind him. You play to win the game. Not a game, not a game. We're talking about practice. How am I supposed to know how to make my teammates better? Pitch to Bowman, that hits him square on the elbow, and he throws the bat and goes on over to first base. And right on the elbow guard. Oof. That's right, we're talking about playoffs, Kevin Hart. 206 people on here watching. 206 baseball and Philly freaks, baby. Let's go. One out in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch. It's taken low and inside for a ball. Lou says that the rain just got here. It's good for the flowers. It's good for the plants. Rain and humans, though. Most people. It's like water and oil. Doesn't mix. Pitch to Marsh. Line drive. It hits off the top of the hill. And a nice snow cone play by Perdomo off the bounce. The throw. The second, there's one. The throw to first. Not in time. And Marsh gets on with the fielder's choice. The graphics operator thought the inning was over. It was not. Marsh did beat it out. That took a very wild bounce, and Perdomo just showing off his athleticism, able to leap up, make the catch, and it went to the tippy top of the glove, almost popped on out. And Torey Lovullo is going to go out there. He'll make a pitch and change with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth, and Brandon Pfaadt still responsible for the runner over at first base. We'll get you the name on the new pitcher in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Can the Phillies add on more runs against this new pitcher? That's the tease I'm going to leave you with. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. It is May 3rd. It is May 3rd, folks. I didn't do this, but usually on the first day of the month, I usually do something a little bit special. And I think I'm going to do it now. I do. I think that I'm going to do it. All right. Let's go. Memberships. Who wants a membership? Let's go. Who wants a membership? Who wants a membership, baby? GME Rocket. Blazed. Bareface Studios. M. Stone. And Static Extract. All just became members of Play by Play with JJ. Let's go! Let's go, baby! Moosey wanted the membership. I'm sorry. Sorry, Moosey. I'm really sorry. Aww. It's okay, but you can get one maybe the next time, Moosey. Jose Castillo's going to pitch. And he will be the new guy that comes on in for Brandon Pfaadt. If you're over on the vertical stream, appreciate you all for being on here. The pitch to Bryson Stott. It's high and inside for a ball. If you are on the vertical stream, I appreciate you for coming on by. Yes, sir. Let's mute this tab. Let's go back to this. The pitch to Stott. And he takes it all the way for a strike. Got 16 likes on the vertical stream. John Bednarik is over on there. Chiquita! What's up? You can come on the regular stream. 1-1. That's taken outside and low for a ball. Castillo on the mound. Gets set at the belt. And the 2-1 to start, swing and a miss. Got down one knee and missed the baseball by a mile. Nobody warming up in the bullpen yet for the Phillies. 2-2 pitch to start, and he takes it low and away. The first 4 hitters today for the Diamondbacks are 0 for 8 against Nola with 5 strikeouts and 1 walk. 3-2 to start. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Looked like Thomas was playing him deep. Marsh round second, goes over to third, and Bryson Stott gets his first hit of the ball game. And Trey Turner is coming on up to the plate, folks. Okay, let's go. Rally time. Bring out your popcorn. Get the popcorn out. The popcorn's popping, baby. Charge! Here comes Trey Turner. Castillo pitching. Gets set just above the belt. Kicks, fires, and Turner grounds this one over to shortstop. Perdomo as time throws it over to first, and the inning is over. So no runs, 2 men left for the Phillies. And we're going to the top of the 6th. 7-0 Philadelphia. Money line for today for Philadelphia was at -125. Wonder what it's at now. Pavin Smith, Josh Naylor, and Eugenio Suarez are all due up in the batting order. Ouchie. Let's go. You get a free 30-day trial, but it's $29.99 each additional month. That is how you turn off the freaks. That's how you turn everybody off. But it's $2.99 a month, folks. If you guys want to become a member, it's $2.99 a month. That's all it is. We must lead Major League Baseball in double plays. That was not a double play, but yes, we do. Alec Bowman, JT, they keep switching for whoever takes the lead. Where did Larry go? Did Larry leave us? -1,500. Correction, says Renault. Feels good. For now. Still plenty of baseball left to go, though. Phillies have put up 10 hits today in 5 innings. Aaron Nola is going back out there for the 6th. Eight strikeouts for Aaron Nola. The pitch. It's a knuckle curve. It's in there for a strike. He's not missing his spots at all. That's the crazy thing. Here's the 0-1. And that was just a little bit inside, but Smith bought at it anyways. Read the fine print. I had to do JJ's laundry after 30 days. Says Statler. 0-2 pitch, here it comes. And that should have been a called strike 3. What are we talking about, ump? What are we talking about? That hit the top third of the zone. What are we talking about? 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Nola. Ground ball hit over to first. Harper has it, flips it back over to Nola, who covers the bag. And that could have been the 9th strikeout for Nola, but, however, there is 1 out in the inning. Terrible. Josh Naylor is up at the plate. His brother Bo is still with the Guardians. The pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Hardcore says silly zebras. Come on, man. I'm trying to get... If no one now wants to get to 200 strikeouts, I'm gonna blame that on Mike Machlinski. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Well, go back to the times where Aaron Nola did get the call. Zebras. I love that. That's great. 0-2, a pie and away for a ball. I love that. Show the zebras in the chat whenever they make a bad call. That's nice. I like that. Under 2 pitches for Aaron Nola. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-2. And it jams Naylor, but he gets a piece of it. We got 210 people tuning on in. If you have not done so, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, folks. Trying to get to 6K. If 123 likes, that means that roughly 90 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. 89 now because we have 211 on here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a roller. Hit over towards the right side. Stott has it. Gobbles it up. Throws it over to first. And it's in time for the second out. JJ gave us the thumb. 2 gone in the top of the 6th. How's the derby going? Eugenio Suarez will get a crack at it. Black batting gloves. Steps on in towards the right side of the box. There's a black ankle guard, too. In the pitch. He went digging after it. And he's behind in the count. The pitch is taken down for a ball. And pitch number 2 of this sequence is swung on and missed. Eugenio has raised his batting average to 200. There's 21 ribbies on the season. The 1-1. And he does not get the call there either. It's on the outer third of the zone. What are we talking about? Whoever just subbed, thank you. Shout yourself out. 2-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball hit over to third base. Bohm has it, throws it over to first. And it's in time. Aaron Nola has been Nola-tastic today as we go to the bottom of the 6th. 6 shutout innings from Aaron Nola. He said, no, no, no. No, 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 baby. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, James? How are you doing, James? Shout out to you for being on here. We have 214 people tuning on in. Great game so far. I mean, a very complete game from this team. That was a Cy Young type of a performance. I agree. That was the performance of an ace. Yes, it was. This is the type of Aaron Nola that we need, guys. If Nola nibbles, he has to be on point. He has to be. He's durable. And what are they going to say? What are the Nola haters going to say today? What are they going to say? What do they have to say today? Do it again. Okay. It's been 2 outings in a row. I'm not here to tell you that he's back. But he's been very, very strong today. Really strong. He's looked phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. I think that we want him to succeed. Noah, 6 innings, you called it, baby. I did. Cy, the guy from Duck Dynasty. Cy saying sayonara. Dude, if Cy Young pitched today, sayonara Young. Chef's kiss. Mwah. There's some cool names. Of course we do, Sis DMV. Yeah, we all want him to succeed. But this was a great outing. Here's Bryce Harper in the first pitch. He gets on top of it, grounds it over to first. Naylor has it, tags the bag. It was an awkward tag. He tagged it with his left foot, but was at an awkward angle. I think he lost his footing for a second and was just able to get the heel on top of the base, but weird. Is that the chef's kiss emote? Really? Huh. I like that. Carlos Hernandez is getting warmed up in the bullpen. And the pitch. It's just on the outside corner for a strike. Aaron Nola gets a pat on the back from Caleb Cotham. A little pat on the front from Rob Thompson. And some high fives from his teammates as he's in the dugout. 0-1 to Schwarber. And he bounces this one towards the right side. Second baseman Marte picks it up, throws it over to first, and 2 outs. Castillo's still pitching. Phillies not being patient. They've lost their patience. 3 runs in the bottom of the second, 3 runs in the bottom of the third, and 1 in the bottom of the fourth. Excuse me. The windup and the pitch. That's a 95-mile-per-hour sinker. It's just below the belt for a strike. Casty waves the bat. Getting ready to swing. He's in the box. 0-1 offering. And Casty gets a piece of it and dribbles it over towards the third base side. It's a foul ball. Phillies won last night's opener of the series 3-2. They're 18-14. The ball's 2 strikes, 1 second left on the pitch clock, and a pitch clock violation is going to be called as Castillo didn't even start his windup, and it's a 1-2 count. It's like, I'll bite the bullet. Let me throw a good pitch here. And the 1-2. Castellanos did not go. He thought about it. The pitch was high. It's been a long game. Castillo comes set, gets the signs, kicks, and fires, and the pitch is low and inside for ball 3. Decided to go with a slider there. This is Jose Castillo. He's 29 years old. He's from Valencia, Venezuela. Just has an 18 ERA. 3-2 pitch. That's rolled over towards the left side. Perdomo picks it up and throws it over to first with the left hand. It's in time, and we're going to the top of the 7th. A 1-2-3 inning from Jose Castillo. 7-0, Philadelphia. Castillo just pitched on Friday, gave up the 2 solo homers to Kepler and to Schwarber. That's why his ERA is at 18. I didn't tell the full story there. We need Harper to get some hits tomorrow. I just want winning. I want Bryce to get on base. Don't get me wrong. I want Bryce Harper to rake the baseball. But I'll tell you what. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Trey at the plate. I like what I'm seeing from Schwarber. JT, can you sustain this? I don't know. Max Kepler's been great behind the plate. We have a Cy Old candidate, too. I'll give you that. A Cy Old candidate. That's funny. I've never heard of that before. That's so stupid. But it's catchy. It's one of those like stupid but funny comments. Silent. So if Justin Verlander wins the Cy Young Award, it's gonna be called the Cy Young Award. Is nobody afraid to pitch to Bryce anymore, says DMV? Well, they pitched to Bryce and then they intentionally walked Kyle Schwarber, so that should tell you. Guess what? We're not afraid to pitch to you. We're not afraid to pitch to you. Ugh, that's funny. Here comes Carlos Hernandez. Hernandez is a 6 ERA. He's been better over his last 2 outings. Let's see if he can keep it up here. The pitch, it's at 86 miles per hour, and it's in there for a called strike. 42-year-old Verlander wins the Cy Old Award. It's awful. 0-1. That's down for a ball. Oh no, my pen's right there. I thought I lost my pen. That was gonna worry me. 1-1. There's a line drive out to right center field. It's gonna take about 3 bounces in front of Brandon Marsh, and he cuts it off and tosses it over to second base. And there's a single to start off the top of the 7th. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. will get a crack at it against Hernandez, and he takes a fastball right down the pipe at 98 miles per hour. I'm shocked that Gurriel didn't capitalize on that. Gurriel started off very hot this year. His average now is at 200. The 0-1 pitch, and he does not miss a beat on this one as he drills it out to left field, and it's gone. Make it a 7-2 game as Lourdes Gurriel Jr. decided, you know what, if he's going to throw me fire for the second time, I'm going to bang it out of the yard. And that's what he did. That was a hanging slider. Just at 86 miles per hour, and it stayed up in the zone. And Gurriel was sitting right all over it. Joe, prayers, man. I appreciate you all. Thanks again, JJ. I will keep you updated. Please. That is awful. Please send prayers to her and let her know that we all love you. We all love you guys, man. The ball is 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Now with Thomas in the batter's box. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And there's 1 strikeout. Okay. Prayers for Joe and his wife, man. All good. She just wants a big win and get to a game soon. Well, we're giving her a round of applause. Send her hugs. Pitch, there's a foul ball. Bro, I go away and we allow a 2-run homer. Well, don't go away, David. Stay. Yeah. The ball is 1 strike. Perdomo steps up to the plate. We're in the top of the 7th inning. There's 1 out. Hernandez comes set at the belt. And the 0-1 swing and a miss. Pitch was at 98 miles per hour. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, folks. 0-2 is the count to Perdomo. The windup and the pitch. Another foul ball. That goes behind the plate. What's up, Stoney? What's up, Steve? 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They say no, and that pitch, even though he didn't go, I thought maybe he did. Nonetheless, that was a strike. That was a strike. 1-2 is popped up. And Bohm gets called off by Turner, who's on the infield grass, and makes the squeeze for out number 2. This community is freaking awesome. Thanks for the prayers and thoughts. See you all soon. Mwah. We love you. Love you, man. We love you guys. Right? 2 outs. And Corbin Carroll is the next batter. Hitting on the left side. Tries to get out of the way of the fastball that came running inside at 98. Only have so much time to react. Hernandez gets set at the belt, winds up and fires, and that hits the foot of Corbin Carroll as he fouled it off. He fouled it off of his foot. Probably didn't do a good job phrasing that. Open stance from Corbin. Hernandez with the signs and the pitch. Another foul ball. Just got on top of that knuckle curve. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. And there's the 1-2 to Carroll. Outside. Decided to go with a splitter. Hasn't thrown that pitch a lot this year. Two balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Corbin Carroll with a hat trick of strikeouts today. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. A punch out from Carlos Hernandez. He does give up a 2-run homer to Lourdes Gurriel Jr., but other than that, no more damage. It's time to stretch out at Citizens Bank Park. Wow. You called it, DMV. DMV, he needs a new license. You got to call him on into his office. Be like, man, Corbin, sit down. You're in trouble. It is trivia time, baby. It is trivia time. Y'all know what time it is. I'm going to ask you a Philadelphia Phillies trivia question, and if you get the answer correct, you'll hear that. If, however, you get it wrong, you will be incorrect. Okay. All right, so here's a trivia question. We'll do this one. Third baseman Scott Rowland was drafted in the second round of the 1993 MLB draft by which team? Which team drafted Scott Rowland? Liberty Bibberty. Trivia Bibia. Trivia Bivia. That's a tough one. The Cards. The Phils. Larry, where'd you go? We've been missing you. He's like, I have to make it back in time for trivia. Phillies is correct. It was a trick question. It was a trick question. He was drafted by the Phillies. Yes. That is correct. Yes. The pitch. There's a foul ball. We'll do another one. I don't like that one from this trivia book. You tricky. Larry says, I've been listening. I'm sure you have. Larry's everywhere. Larry is God, folks. I believe in Larry. Larry is God. The pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Then why do we ever lose him? You can actually ask Larry that. I don't know the full story about the Scott Rowland thing. I caught the later part of Scott Rowland's career. But he never got... He was like one of those guys that just didn't really understand the city. You know, and was here at the wrong time. You know? Like, Mike... 1-2 pitch, and there's a fly ball hit out over to right field from Max Kepler, and it's a foul ball, but the guy in the Cliff Lee jersey caught it over towards that corner. And the fans right behind him are celebrating. He caught it with his bare hands. I don't know how he caught that. That was a juggling act. He demanded to be traded because Phillies fans hurt his poor little feelings. Correct. So he was like Ben Simmons. One, two. That's outside and high for a ball. I stopped praying to God because I found Larry, folks. Larry is God. Two to Kepler. Fly ball hit out over to deep right field. That's going back towards the track, and Carroll's there to make the catch in front of the wall. Corbin Carroll covering a lot of ground out in right field. Ended up making a basket catch towards his waist and takes away a base hit from Max Kepler. What a catch. I mean, he got a good read on that. This is why he's one of the best right fielders in the game. He's a very good defensive player. He's like, you know what, I'm going to strike out 3 times, but I'm going to get you back, Phillies. And he did. The pitch. It's in there for a strike. From what I understand, says Midnight Mickey, the Phillies weren't competitive when he was here, and he didn't want to be a Philly anymore. That's correct. That is correct. 0-1. Foul ball. I'll do another trivia question, because that one was bad. I finally found my Phillies trivia book. 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. JT in the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, it's a slider that's lifted out over towards center field. But Thomas will track it down right in front of the track, and he'll squeeze it for the second out. He had to run towards his right side. And after taking about 6 steps, caught it. So many inches have been... I know. He's swinging the bat well. Here comes Bohm. And he takes a slider in the dirt. And Marino tosses it back over towards the visitor's dugout. Asks for a new baseball from Machlinski. And he's like, well, your wish is my command. There you go. 1-0, and that's taken outside for ball 2. Did I just call Mike Machlinski a genie? What is with me tonight? 2-0 pitch to Bohm. Fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. That's going back over towards the track, and Thomas makes the catch. Almost misjudged it. And we're going to the top of the 8th inning. Bohm hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. And it's time to go to the top of the 8th. Marte, Smith, and Naylor due up in the order. Did Roland win any World Series with the Cardinals? Nope. He did not. Did not. After the game, folks, come on in and call on into the show. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Mods, if you could put the exclamation voicemail in the chat, I would appreciate that. Larry is angry. Larry is mad. Roland is no better than JD Drew. I got no time for either of them, and neither should you. Damn, that left a big scar. That must have left a huge scar. Oh, wow. Yeah. I know. That's like how we felt about Ben Simmons, folks. We gave them a lot of praise. We defended them. We went to war for these people, and yet they slapped us in the back. Same thing with Cutter Gauthier. They must have been in won and lost. Thought Roland was on the Cards in the 06 World Series team. Oh, wait, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. Bribed his way into the Hall of Fame, says Larry. L.A. is angry? Seriously, Larry is angry. He was a world champion in 06. I forgot. See, I forgot that they won in 06. That's when I started watching, but I didn't care after the Phillies didn't even get in. Larry Anderson. Waldorf's awake, says Scott. Yes, he is. Top of the 8th, the pitcher's ground ball. It's hit over to third base. Bohm spins, turns, fires over to first. And it's in time. Nice play by Alec Bohm. Tanner Banks is pitching. 1 pitch, and he gets some help from his defense. We paid his goddamn salary. What did Roland ever do for any of you? Nothing. That's what. Yep. Thank goodness I didn't watch during those times, because that would have been so frustrating. Not saying that we haven't watched bad baseball, because we have. I've watched some bad years, but that was just yeah. Larry does not like him. I've been listening. My blood wasn't boiling before, but now it is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Just from that one trivia question. 0-1 pitch. It's taken for a called strike. Oh, this is the actual caps. Dude, those are so sick. That's the actual ice cream cone helmet. Oh, that's so cool. Dude, if I ever get ice cream there, I gotta bring that home with me. I gotta bring the helmet home. That is so cool. It's a Fanatic green rim as the helmet. And it has the Fanatic eyes on it. Their marketing team is great. 2-1, ground ball, hit over towards second base. Stott picks it up, throws it over to first, and there's out number 2. What's messed up is that the Phillies thought about getting Rowan back when we got good in the Utley, Howard, Rollins era. I do remember that, and Rowan acted like we were still trash. He can pound sand. Yeah, it sounds like him. Sounds like him and I don't know if we ever had like another bad like Phillies player like that. Like, do you think let me ask you this: is Alec Bohm Scott Rowland 2.0, or is this different? Is this just like immaturity? Does Bohm give you Roland vibes? 0-1. That's a foul ball. Or is it just different? Tanner Banks has been doing very well over his last 3 outings. Larry says absolutely not. It's completely different. He did. He did that the other day too, Seema Fox. He did it the other day. This wasn't his first rodeo right in GD. Yeah. He's done it before. The pitch. That's fouled away. I can get used to these games having a comfortable lead where we can complain about old times. Isn't it great? O2 pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. Bohm has his faults, but nothing like Rowan. Okay. Bohm shows lack of immaturity. Lack of maturity. And Rowan just didn't want to be here, I guess. That's really the thing. 1-2 pitch to Naylor. Swing and a miss. And we're going to the bottom of the 8th. A 5-run cushion for Philadelphia. JJ, you said the C word. You said cushion. There's no such thing as a cushion with this team. Bohm is just mentally weak. Roland sounds like he was a diva. All right, chat. Grab your torches. Grab your pitchforks. We're marching all the way down to Cooperstown to melt down a wordless plaque, says Larry. Oh, gosh. He really does have that fire in him now. We unlocked... You ever see Iron Giant? Like, when the Iron Giant turns on into, like, a killing machine? Larry's at that point. His blood is boiling. This is where he just nukes everything. Everything that comes in his way. Bam! Kaboom! That's what ends up happening. Destruction. Pow! Grab your torches. Grab your pitchforks. I'm going there this summer, says David. I might be going there again, too. Where's those pitchforks at, folks? You know what? I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. If we lose in the playoffs in the first round again to the Mets, we are grabbing our pitchforks and we are going to Philadelphia to demand for change. Just kidding. Just kidding. I probably shouldn't say that on here. But, yeah. Lonnie won 3 World Series, 80, of course, 82 Cardinals, and 85 with Kansas City. Pitch on the way, and Perdomo makes a diving catch off of Brandon Marsh. How did he catch that? Did he catch it? They just came back. Oh, it hit the ground first. It hit the ground first, and then Perdomo, they showed him diving, and from his knees he just ate it up. I thought he caught it. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Seema Fox says he really doesn't like him. Yeah. Larry's out for blood, folks. 0-1. That's outside and low for a ball. All right, so Marsh is safe. So he's safe. He's over at first. Let's refocus. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. And the 1-1 is taken outside for ball 2. This is McGow who's pitching. Scott McGow, 35 years old, from Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Here's the 2-1. It's at the knees for strike 2. All right, chat, let's go. Let's go. Charge! Lonnie Smith was a good luck charm. Championships everywhere he went. So he's like Will Smith. Will Smith won one with the Braves. Then he went to the Astros. Then he went to the Rangers. Won World Series 3 years in a row with 3 different teams. 2-2, and it's taken for a ball. Larry escaped from the balcony with a torch and a pitchfork and has not been seen since. Oh boy, David. Oh, no. He's out for blood. Damn. On the chair, it says, be right back. Scott Rowland, active. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. Scott Rowland in attendance. This one's for my childhood. No, I'm kidding. Not coming back till I get a head on a pike. 3-2 to Stott. And that's popped up. It's hit out over towards the third base side. And third baseman Schwartz is there to make the catch. This one's for all the 9 years of heck that you put me through. Boom. This one was for that time where you struck out with bases loaded. One out, and there comes Trey. And the pitch is fouled off. Trey, 2 for 4 tonight with a single, a double, and a run scored. Next pitch is taken for strike 2. Marsh leads off over at first. The ball is 2 strikes to Trey Turner. Here's the 0-2. He pops it up. It's a foul ball, and it goes out of play. He's just lucky that I was 1,200 miles from Philly when they put him on the Wall of Fame. Now I know how to get to Larry. That's funny. 0-2 pitch. And it's called a ball. Wow. Rowan feels like the type of person that didn't tip and stiffed his waitress. More like the wall of screw you, says Larry. 1-2 pitch, and that was aimed right at Trey's head. He had the duck out of the way. Come on. It didn't look like it was intentional, but come on, don't hit our guys. Come on, Phillies, get this game over with so I can go back to my crazy movie I'm watching. What crazy movie? What crazy movie, Scott? You watching a movie about Scott Rowland? 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off of Marino. J.D. Drew is worse. J.D. Drew. I remember his later years with the Red Sox. Steven Drew, I also remember. That was his brother. I remember that. 2-2. And it sails away for ball 3. Terrifier 2. That sounds good, actually. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. Turner, 2 for 4 today. The 3-2 pitch to Trey. Flies this one out over to right field. Carroll gets underneath it. Maneuvers towards his right. Stops. Makes the catch. And there's the second out. Phillies haven't scored since the bottom of the 4th. Scott Pilgrim versus Scott Rowland. Harper, 0 for. And he tried to go 1 for 5. Pitch to Bryce. He holds his horses. They try to appeal, no swing. The human centipede. Gory. 1-0 to Bryce. And he just gets a piece of it. Gal with 31 pitches. Harper is 1 for 3 against him during his career. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock for Bryce Harper. 1 ball, 1 strike, 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-1 bounces in dirt right in front of Gabriel Marino. That's a 2-1 count. Now I can see why people don't like hitting streaks, because Harper has gotten a hit in each of his last 4 games and 5 out of his last 6. But yet we know he's not doing well. 2-1. That's way up high and way outside for ball 3. Charge! 3-1 to Bryce. Outside and high for ball 4. Kyle Schwarber, here he comes, baby. Here comes Schwarber. So for 2, he got hit by a pitch, was also intentionally walked. All right. 2 outs, 2 runners on. The pitch to Kyle. It's up high for a ball. Feel like scary movies, watch the Phillies, because they'll scare you every night that they play. If you like horror movies, you'll like these. I don't know, is it as scary as the Phillies? 1 ball, no strikes. And Marino is going to have a conversation with McGow as he's been all over the map. Starkey laughed. They thought that was funny. I knew I'd get somebody there. I knew it. I knew I would get somebody there. 1 ball, no strikes. Schwarber takes a step out of the box. Don't have to be afraid when he's up to bat. He usually comes through. No rain right now. The 1-0 to Kyle. Down for ball 2. We got some magic dust. Scott says yes, it's scarier. This team scares the heck out of me. 2-0 pitch to Kyle. Fly ball hit out over the deep center field. Thomas is there right on the track in front of the State Farm sign. Makes the catch. Kyle thought he had it. And Thomas catches it for the 3rd out of the inning. And we're going to the top of the 9th. Man, your heart skipped a beat for a second. Because that was a good pitch to nuke into the night. But he just missed it. We're going to the top of the 9th, folks. 3 more outs to go. Can the Phillies hang on? Can they hang on? That's the question. Starkey says this is like a horror movie. It is. It is. It leaves you in suspense. And this team hurts you. But then when things are really good at the end, you smile. Coming this summer, the most terrifying blockbuster. Red October. You gotta say Red October. Phillies rated R. Isn't Red October also... Wait, Red October is a movie. Isn't that also a horror movie? So I guess you can't say... You have to say, like, Red October Phillies. Right? Red October movie. The Hunt for Red October. That's the movie. Tom Clancy? I didn't know that was a Tom Clancy thing. Tom Clancy also wrote Jack Ryan, didn't he? I think he did. The Hunt for Red October. The Schwarbs get 50 this year. I think so. I think he does. The Hunt for Red October is a political/military thriller. Blood Red October, the Phillies. Yeah, I like that. Phillies versus Nationals Game 1, April 29, 2025. Coming to a theater near you. That game was scary. It was. It was weird. It was so bizarre. All right. Here comes Joe Ross. He's going to pitch to Eugenio Suarez in the first pitch, which looked like a strike. It's called a ball. Damn. 1 ball and no strikes. Ross comes set at the Phillies letters and fires a 4-seamer at the knees for strike 1. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Like, subscribe, and come on to the post-game show, 610-314-0844. The 1-1 delivery fouled off the ankle of Eugenio Suarez, and he steps out of the box right onto home plate to try to catch himself, and then walks it off. Let's go, Phillies. Let's go, Phillies. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and here's the 1-2, and that is lasered foul over towards the tarp. Phillies should smear fake blood on their jerseys this fall. Halloween, we're back for revenge. Well, they might play on the World Series. If they make it to the World Series, maybe the World Series might be on Halloween. 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Line drive hit out to left field, and Kepler slides and makes the catch. A sinking line drive to Max Kepler, who gives out max effort. And there's 1 away. Let's go. At this rate, Kyle might get 60. You got to wait till June. It's not even June yet. That's when Kyle Schwarber rakes. Nice play by Kepler. One gone. Two more. And Joe Ross will face Gabriel Marino. The pitch. It's inside and high for a ball. Marino tonight 2 for 3. This game is about 3 hours old. The 1-0 pitch. And it's in there, painted perfectly on the plaque for strike one. Hey, Joe, what do you know? Come on, Joe. Want to give a go? Says DMV. 1-1 pitch. That was a fastball right down the middle, and Marino was late. And he fouled it off. Said, darn it, to put it politely. The 1-2 pitch. And it sails outside and down. And Marino said, no, thank you. Ross gets the signs. Comes set above the belt. And the 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Marino knifes it towards the third base side. Been getting some good swings. It's just been a little bit late. He's 2 for 3 tonight with a pair of singles. Phillies will wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Ross trying to get a punch out here. He could use that. The 2-2 pitch, just what the doctor ordered. Punch him out, Joe. And there's 2 outs. Had a fastball right down the middle. And he wanted to test him. He played with fire, and it worked. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr., all up to him. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the pitch is outside for ball 1. Let's go. Rally towels in the chat. 1 more to go. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive, foul ball. Punch him out, Joe. You like that one? Instead of touch him all, Joe? Punch him out, Joe. I like that. The 1-1 pitch to Gurriel. It's in there for strike 2. The Snakes down to their final strike. Fans on their feet. The 1-2 pitch popped up and fouled over towards the first base side, and out of play she goes. Joe Tread is here. What's up, Joe? Speaking of Joes. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Ross, and Gurriel Jr. stays alive. Been fighting, scratching, and clawing in this at-bat. There's a little girl that's jumping up and down, saying, come on, let's get the game over with. And Gurriel Jr. says, hold up, let me call for time. He has 2 chains on his necklace. One is gold, one silver. Ross comes set, kicks, deals the pitch, line drive, base hit out to right field. Castellanos backs it up, and the throw to second base to get Gurriel Jr.'s cut off by Stott. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. gets aboard with a 2-out double. And the game will continue. And that'll bring up Alec Thomas. Gurriel Jr. with a nice series so far, getting back on track. And now with Thomas, who's 1 for 3 today, we'll try to get a crack at it. The pitch. There's a changeup in there for a strike on the upper third of the zone. Too many Joes. 0-1 pitch. High for ball 1. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Got a postgame show after this too, folks. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Thomas. Swing and a miss. Again, Arizona down to its final strike. Day-o. Day-o. And time called by Alec Thomas. Ross gets set at the letters. Can he get the final strike? The pitch inside and low for ball 2. Lots of anticipation going on. We got the jitters. We got the butterflies. And we get the strikeout. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. He went around. JT's going to toss it over to first. And good night, Arizona. The Phillies win 7-2 and take the series against the Diamondbacks. They've won 6 out of their last 7 games and have been doing a very good job playing baseball as they win by a score of 7-2. Ring the bell. The Philadelphia Phillies win. Celebrate. Let's go, baby. That is how you win a series. And you do it against those pesky, those awful, those disgusting Arizona Diamondbacks. Those sizzling snakes. Oh, man. Feels good to get a win like that. Feels good. A lot of stuff has to be done. But, man, I'm happy. They're playing a lot better, and I'm happy it's starting to kind of look like they're starting to turn the page a little bit. Maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I'm at the point where I'm at the beach, and I'm starting to dip my toes in the water. Just starting to dip the toes in to the ocean, and it's nice. It's actually kind of nice. All right, I got a post-game show. Come talk to me. Come talk to me. Let me know how you guys feel about this game. 610-314-0844 is the phone number. Patricia says that's my Phillies, man. Go for the sweep. Let's see those brooms tomorrow, man. Let's get the brooms out tomorrow, baby. Got Ranger Suarez on the mound. It'll be cool to see him back out there. This was a great win by the Phillies. I don't want to underestimate this at all whatsoever as I just bit my tongue. Ow. That hurts. JT had a good swing. And I'm going to break this all down, okay? I don't want to give all of the... I don't want to spill everything. I don't want to spill the beans all yet. But, man, happy with Aaron Nola. Happy with Rob tonight, actually. I thought that this was the best game Rob managed because he didn't get in the way tonight. But, yeah, all right. Come on and come talk to me and feel the vibes with JJ. Don't go anywhere. I will be back on in 3 minutes, okay? Just 3 minutes. I got to get up. I got to stretch. And I want to hear your thoughts, all right? Be right back. Do not go anywhere. Don't change that dial. See you soon.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel. Get out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you take care of business and you win a series against those snakes. That's what I'm talking about. Just had to get that out. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Welcome on into the Phillies postgame show where we break down everything that went on in this baseball game. And there were some really nice things that happened today, and I'm going to talk all about it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, though, first. Hit that subscribe button as well. And turn on those notification bell icons, too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Yeah, a lot of good things tonight, really. Like, I can't really say a lot of bad things. I mean, I'm still going to harp on Bryce Harper not hitting, but other than that, everybody else I thought did something good today. I thought that even Brandon Marsh returns from an injury. He was struggling down in AAA. To his credit, though, got an RBI double and also got on with an infield single as well. Now, he did have a little mistake in center field, but I'm not gonna go there today. I thought Brandon Marsh looked like he was actually happy to be back up here. I thought Aaron Nola was fantastic today. Aaron Nola just absolutely dominated on the mound. He was super efficient with his fastball. His knuckle curve looked just like it did in spring training, and that was absolutely bleeping awesome. He is starting to turn it around, and I think that he's been finding a groove. He has just been so spot on with his pitches, it's not even funny. I'm watching Corbin Carroll. Just look at a four-seamer that catches the inside corner that looked like it was going to hook inside, and it just goes to the right, and it looked like it was a slider, but no, it was called a four-seam It was called a four-seamer. I'm like, dude, how do you have that movement? How are you able to, hook a pitch like that? That's insane. Again, when he misses, it's bad. But when he is on, oh, it's sexy. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's awesome. And it just gets you so excited. It just does. It gets you excited. It gets the juices flowing, baby. Let's go. My man Aaron Nola, he is my... Congratulations on the first win for Nola. He did great. I really was impressed too, by the way. In that second inning, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit scared. But he strikes out Gurriel Jr. going to a changeup that's down low. And the changeup looked like it was going to be a fastball and just go straight, but it just absolutely lateral downwards. And Gurriel Jr. got way on top of the pitch. It looked so deceptive. And then after that strikeout on the very next pitch, gets Alek Thomas to ground into a 4-6-3 double play. Now, the ball was hit sharply. However, wasn't a bad pitch, and it was a ground ball type of a pitch, and we got a 4-6-3 double play out of it, and he got out of that inning. That was the chance for Arizona to capitalize, and I thought Aaron Nola was going to crumble there. I actually did. I was scared. I was scared there. But shame on me. Why should I be scared? Why should I be scared? Aaron Nola is the man. Just kidding. But anyhow, he pitched really well today. What else? What else did I like? JT? JT? Really, JT? That 3-run home run was awesome. This was his best game that he's had all season. Do it again, dude. Go out there tomorrow and do it again. Thought that his at-bats today were awesome. We took advantage of Brandon Pfaadt today. And after the first inning, I actually thought it's going to be a long day against Pfaadt. Because this guy has some good pitches. He's sort of like Aaron Nola, where he locates a lot of his pitches on the corners and just gets calls. In the second inning, there were a lot of pitches thrown over the middle of the plate that were missing its spots. And the Phillies, can I interest you in a 2-run homer from Max Kepler? Can I interest you in a double from JT and an RBI double by Brandon Marsh? Can I interest you in that? Because that's what the Phillies got. And even though they could have added more to the fire, they still ended up getting 3 runs home in that inning. And then JT, with 2 outs and 2 runners on, gets a pitch out over the middle. I don't even know if it was even like a full swing from JT, but yet he was able to knock it out of the park. And that was game over. It was game over then. Because there was no way Aaron Nola was going to give this game away. No way. Let's talk about this bullpen. Carlos Hernandez pitched. I was fine with him pitching in the 7th inning. Does give up the 2-run homer. I know. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. gets a fastball right down the middle that he just takes and then sits on a slider at 87, and it's so flat, took advantage of it. And then Hernandez was like, you know what, I'm going to shake that off, and I'm going to still get my 3 outs. He did. He kept his head down, got those 3 outs. Tanner Banks, I must admit, I know it's like a 4-game sample size, but I'm impressed with Tanner Banks. I've been so down on this guy. And part of it, shame on me. Not shame on me, shame on Dave. Because that was the big splash at the deadline to get him and Carlos Estevez. Those were just arms. Estevez is cute. Mason Miller, Emmanuel Clase, those types of high leverage relievers, those are the absolute beautiful arms that you want in your bullpen. But Tanner Banks was not that. And so I kind of gave him, to my fault, a little bit more pressure. And even though he wasn't doing well, he wasn't pitching well at all, he has found a groove over these last 4 games. He's getting 1, 2, 3 innings. He's getting guys to hit weak ground balls over towards the left side. And I'm fine with him pitching in the 7th or even in the 8th inning. I'm okay with it. Especially with Jose Ruiz now down and on the IL. I want this guy. This guy might be our 3rd best pitcher in our bullpen. So, didn't have to go to Orion tonight. Didn't have to go to Strom or Alvarado tonight. That was nice. That was very nice. You got to rest the bullpen. And if Ranger only goes like 5 innings tomorrow, you have them to rely on tomorrow. That's nice. It is great when you don't have to rely on your high leverage guys every single night, because the wear and tear that they're going to have to put up with, it's not good. It's not good for the longevity, because once you get into June, July, and August, not even September, you don't want them to burn out. You don't want them to lose their command. That was the one thing that worried me about Alvarado. And with some of these other pitchers. It helps when you have other nice pieces in the bullpen. So, our pitching has been really good. And our situational hitting today, when we had to come through, was clutch. That's all we needed. We needed those 7 runs, and the pitching, asking them to hold a 7-run lead didn't come back to bite us today. Kepler's on fire. I've been wrong about Max Kepler. I'll be one of the first people to say, I apologize, Dave. I do apologize. I don't think Kepler is an everyday player. But when there's a righty on the mound, I want Max in the lineup. Kepler has gotten a hit in 10 of his last 12 games. And not only is he doing that, because I can look at Trey Turner's stats and say the same thing, but he's driving in runs, he's scoring runs, and he's also getting, he's hitting the balls. Even with the outs that he has, he's hitting line drives. If Trey is doing that, and Trey is starting to kind of do that now, where these little floppy hits, if you will, these little weak ground balls that just sneak on into center field, now they're starting to become line drives. Now they're starting to turn on into hard contact. That's what I want from Trey. That's what I demand from Trey. And I demand that from Bryce too. But I'm not going to be down today. Marsh, Kepler, and JT each went 2 for 4. And 6, 7, 8, and 9 won you this game. As well as Aaron Nola. It's nice. Go for that sweep tomorrow, folks. Go for the sweep tomorrow and have the day off Monday. That's where I am. Calling into the show, let me know what you guys have to say. 610-314-0844. Are you starting to feel better about the Phillies is my question to you. Are you starting to have some optimism after a win like this? Are you saying to yourself, well, you know what? Maybe they are turning the page. Because I'm kind of in that mode where I'm not going to bite. I'm not going to hit the buzzer on the voice and turn around. But it's getting better. There's still a lot of work to be done. But it's looking better. I'd like to see them do this again tomorrow and do this on the road. Because when you have to face adversity on the road, I feel better about that because you don't have a home crowd in front of you. But yeah, they got to be more consistent. But this was a very good win. It was a good win. It was. All right, let's hear what the people have to say. Let's hear what these people have to say. Okay. What are we talking about in chat? Race has calmed down. 1 star. Nola, 2 stars. Kepler, 3 stars. 1 star Nola. 2 stars Kepler. 3 stars JT. Yeah. Nola is so back, says Ray. I'm not there yet either, but he's looking a lot better. Who's worse, Hernandez or Romano? Larry says Ranger needs to go to the bullpen. You weren't wrong about Kepler. He needed to turn around his bad start. I didn't think that Max was even going to be giving you this. I thought that it was going to be an Austin Hayes move. I did. I thought it was going to be sort of like an Austin Hayes 2.0. I didn't like the move from the start. I said, it might be a good move, and I wanted to like the move. And that's probably why I was like, okay. But that wasn't like, I was more so hoping that it would work out rather than actually being very happy with the move. It's my fault again for hiding that. But I also didn't really understand that at the time. I do owe him an apology, though, because I was wrong. I didn't think that he would be giving you this type of production. He's in the later part of his career. Things were not going well in Minnesota during the last couple of years that he had. And he's better than I thought. He's better than I thought. Basically, it was Kepler and cash considerations for Cody Clemens. Not bad. Not bad. Ranger needs to go to the bullpen, says Larry. I want to see him pitch tomorrow. I do. I want to see what he has tomorrow. I would love him to go out there and dominate. Right now, I'm sort of on a high, so I can't really answer that because I want him to go to the bullpen, but I also am sort of kind of blinded by the moment right now because I am happy. Like, I haven't actually had a smile this season until now. We smiled against the Dodgers, but that felt like it was a month ago. They had 2 nice wins against the Dodgers. I wasn't smiling against the Cubs. Other people were, but I was not. But I kind of have to, I'll give a little smile. I do. 7 runs, 11 hits. That's what I demand. It shouldn't be hard to ask for this. The way that they got those runs. It wasn't like when they scored those 10 runs against the Cubs, it's bloop singles. It's little dingies that are just hit out to right center field, like soft pillow baseballs that are just hit out over to right. It was like they were just hitting pillows and soft cushions. It wasn't like that they were hitting actual baseballs. Like they weren't torching the ball. Like today they did. Today they raked. Today they got on base and they found ways to drive in runners. They yanked the ball. And they hit the ball so hard during that rain that it was over for Fott. It was pouring all over him. Two 5 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Yep. All right. Short postgame show for me tonight. I don't really have much else to say. I'm very happy with this win. Just continue to play this type of baseball. We'll see what happens. We can talk about Ranger going to the bullpen. I do think that it would be better for the team if he did. I don't want to mess up what Taijuan Walker's doing. Screw you, Scott Boras. Screw you. Rob and Dave need to look Scott Boras in the face. This is what they got to say. Scott Boras, screw you, because guess what? We're trying to win a championship right now, and Ranger, it's in our best interest to put Ranger in the bullpen. I understand that Ranger has to get his money, and Ranger wants to be out there to start, but right now we need help in the bullpen, and if we're going to call up Andrew Painter, which I assume that they are, Painter's not going to the bullpen. So screw you, Scott Boras. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to work with this. They clobbered the ball like it was Scott Rowland's big stupid head, says Larry. That's what they need to do. The only good Scott is an Aussie Scott. That's funny. Yeah, no Scott Kingery. No Scott Error. Yeah. There's not a lot of good Scots except for our Scott. We actually have 2 nice Scots in our chat, but anyhow. Yeah. Is Alec Bohm starting to turn the tide? I need to see more. There's so much in that frame. I feel like we're getting robbed. How are you 6 feet 5 inches tall? How are you 6 feet 5 inches tall? And you weigh that much, and you can't even hit one homer. Agents are not the ones to say what their clients can or can't do. But the agent's job is to get you your money, which I understand. And obviously I would want that too. Scott Boras literally owns so many people in Major League Baseball. He owns like half the players. I'm not even joking. He has so many clients. He's the Rich Paul. He's the Clutch Sports of baseball. So, he knows how to do it, and he's been having this job for a very, very long time, so clearly something's working. And these guys are getting paid. So, but yeah. All right, quotes. Anything? Any quotes that we have? I don't think we have too many quotes. Let's see if Rob had any quotes. Rob Thompson. Nothing. Taijuan Walker will officially... Oh, here we go. We got breaking news. Lachlan Marsh just said that Taijuan Walker will be officially moving to the bullpen. Rob just confirmed that. He just confirmed that. That doesn't mean we're not going to go to a 6-man rotation at some point, but I think we'll do a 5-man at least till the next off day after Monday. Look. Okay. I was going to get off, but now this is going to leave a bad taste in my mouth. If there's one thing I learned from Spencer Turnbull last year, Spencer Turnbull was throwing the ball well. Taijuan Walker comes back, and it messes everything up. Now, I don't think Ranger is going to be that egregious like Taijuan Walker was. But Walker was doing fine. Taijuan Walker was doing okay. Can he thrive in a bullpen role? Like, you're changing his position. I don't know. They're not going to go to the 6-man rotation because I know Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola don't like that. They want to listen to the players. But I think, I personally believe that they should put Ranger in the pen, if I'm being level-headed here, because Ranger has had the experience, and Ranger also has been dealing with a lot of injuries. And I don't want his back to give out again. That's happened a couple of years in a row. And I'm not saying that we got to be super cautious, even though it sounds like maybe I'm going with that approach. But, I mean, I want to win a championship. I'm trying to go out there and win the whole damn thing. So, I think that if you want to make your bullpen better, that's what you got to do. But that's just me. That's how I feel. You're shaking up with Taijuan Walker's confidence now by going to the 6-man rotation. And I'm sure that he probably knew at some point that he might be the odd man out. Not saying that at all, but I disagree with it. And I don't like it. But that's me on the take. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm also wrong either. But yeah, all right. I'm going to leave it at that. In the bullpen, we could use Ranger for 15 to 25 pitch stints. Less chance of injury. It's less chance of injury, but also he gives us extra pizzazz. He gives us an extra boost. You know, and he can throw harder. And he can I think that longer wise he could thrive. I do. And it's not saying he's a bad starting pitcher. I want a healthy Ranger Suarez though. So, I just don't want the wear and tear to come. I'm afraid of that. All right, love you all. I'm going to leave you all on that note. Sorry. But we won. That's the bottom line. The Ranger will pitch tomorrow, and I can't wait to see what he does do. Maybe he has a good start. Plus, I needed a high leverage arm in the bullpen. Yeah, I agree. All right, love you all. Gonna go watch the rest of the Avalanche game and also gonna watch the Denver Nuggets game too. All right, love you. Bye. Catch you on the next one, folks. See you tomorrow at 2.